Good morning, everybody. How's it going? My name is Trevor Jacob. We just arrived at Travis Pastrana's house. Full-blown foam pit. Oh yeah. But in the meantime, we're trying to build a big leaf pile, like the biggest pile you've ever seen. And let's go check it out. We just stacked a bunch of leaves for a couple hours, and we're just kind of walking into I'm not sure what. So got the crew.
Even better.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Guys,
all done with Brian's one rake.
This is 3 days, all day working.
Nah, I just saw him throw all these here like 5 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
It honestly looks great. Great job with that rake, Brian. Yeah!
Yes!
I just literally see a hand come up, dude.
That was amazing.
Literally makes me so nauseous.
It's like my favorite thing. It's like everything I always wanted to do. Now I just watch other people do it.
It's way more fun that way.
Yeah, it's like,
you don't get hurt.
When I was a kid, all I did was the crazy stuff. Now I'm older and I just watch people do crazy stuff. I love it.
Videos of people getting hurt, ugh. Can't watch it.
You don't want to see them get hurt, but you want to see them do the cool tricks.
But the uncertainty of them maybe getting hurt.
I get it on camera.
Yeah. But like the fact that the possibilities there is what makes it so exciting.
Brandon's he's on another level, dude.
Oh!
I thought I was going straight over on that one. Dude, it works perfect. This pit's amazing. I think we could just get rid of the airbags and the foam pits and just use leaves for
Yeah, you guys,
Bring in the leaf truck.
if anyone out there is wanting to build a foam pit, just get a bunch of leaves. You'll be fine.
There
for me. Go fucking over. Oh, fuck. This is so rough. Be careful, guys.
Careful, guys.
Don't grab.
Keep your hands in, buddy. He's holding your hand instead of holding your body. We'll get an idea in place in case you change your mind about that, okay? You're doing good.
Almost to the pavement. Fuck.
There you go.
Alright, we're on the pavement to the little smoother, right? Anything else other than the back now? What we're back?
I can get his girlfriend's number.
That's good?
Hey, should we send him with his stuff or what should we do?
Should I ask him for his phone password so I can get his... Hey, do you want me to
what's up?
open your phone and call her?
Hey, I have his phone.
You do?
Why don't you hold on to that?
You want me to
Do you want to keep the camera with you?
But like, you guys are all like, call 911. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm filming.
Dude, the only thing I ever think about is like if I get hurt is I hope there's like content of everything.
Yeah, you have to. It's horrible as a camera guy that you don't want to be filming.
Yeah. When this happens.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you for your help, guys. Appreciate it.
We were just saying how it was so impossible to injure Trevor Jacobs. He bounced off a tree at like 80 feet up. He ran off the roof, and the leaf pile was his demise. Godspeed, Trevor. Heal up quick, man.
Leaf pile.
You really can't be filming.
Say hi, I gotta make a video.
Hi! I come from Africa.
Yeah. So this is different.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going, everybody? I'm here. It's been 2 weeks now. It's almost Christmas, and I'm doing a lot better, man. I've just had a really incredible, eye-opening, awakening experience through this whole injury, and I'm just feeling really grateful and really lucky. It could have been a lot worse. It probably should have been, and just I'm at a loss for words because just everything that happened so quick, and you know, it's just like boom, like that, things can just change. And I got really lucky. I really feel really lucky that I didn't get hurt bad. And I mean, I did get hurt bad, but it could have been a lot worse. And basically what happened was my L1 entered my spinal canal and is basically resting on my spinal cord, but it did not impose on it. So the reason why I tell you I got so lucky is because had I fallen, you know, a little bit higher or a little bit different, or, you know, a lot of footage is randomly not in there. I know a couple guys like Roman had some stuff on his video that like I wasn't able to have access to, but or I mean, I just didn't put it in this video, but I was, you know, running and like screaming and kicking, and they couldn't get me to stop moving at first, and it was really painful, but I got through it. And once we got to the hospital, I guess I have some stories for you. I got to this hospital, and they brought me to this hospital that was kind of in a very bad area of Washington, D.C. And as soon as I got in there, there was, you know, a guy that had been fatally shot and was brought in. And then like a couple, you know, maybe an hour later, I was still in the ER. Somebody else from a gunshot victim, he was brought in, and then more gunshot victims. And I was like, what is going on? I was like, where am I? And, you know, I was there by myself, and it was kind of just like this eye-opening experience of like just a perspective change, because like all of a sudden, you know, I was just playing in the woods with my friends, dirt biking, you know, not thinking I was obviously going to get hurt, to just immediately just like, oh nope, this is the plan. And like your mind just is in a crazy place. But it was really, really nuts. I mean, I did the whole entire thing with no pain, you know, no morphine or no pain pills or anything like that, just because I, you know, just I'm not a believer in that unless you absolutely take it. And I've done both ways. You know, I've had lots of reconstructive surgeries and broken bones and things like that, and I definitely have taken it before. But this time I was just like, you know what, no, I feel like I not deserve, but like I just need to feel this pain right now. And what I'm getting at is like this whole experience was terrible, and it could have been a lot worse, but I just feel very grateful. And with all the, I mean, if you guys been following me for a while now, you'll know some of the things that I talk about with you know, just growing as a human being in general, and being the most that you can possibly be, and helping others, and just really thriving as a human, and being absolutely the most and growing the most you possibly can as a human. And what happened there is like, it was really interesting because for one, I wasn't going to go on the trip, and I decided last moment, like, all right, I'm going to go. And not that, I mean, all these things you could look back on and say like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. But like, you know, the fact that I'm laying here right now on this couch, and I can't really stand for very long before I have to sit back down. It's like my spine is basically compressed, but I'm not complaining. You know, I can stand up and I can walk around, and I'm being more mobile every single day. But the real story and the real life lesson for me here is been like, I've been beaten up pretty good. Like, you know, a lot of my friends have been beaten up worse, but I'm pretty banged up, and I've been feeling that for quite a while now. And there's been this itch in the back of my mind of like, hey, and I've already started to, but like kind of, you know, maybe calm down and start treating your body better, and start treating yourself better, and you know, avoiding risk, and you know, like not throwing yourself off of ramps, and you know, jumping off of high things all the time. And I've been thinking about it a lot, and it was almost like I couldn't, because when we're going to get real deep here into the psychological cycle of dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, you know, the mammal cycle of, you know, the reward system of the human brain, and where I get this pleasure of jumping off this thing because it feels good. Let's say a skateboard, you know, go to the skate park and try something crazy, because, you know, if I don't do something crazy, then it's really not going to get my dopamine going to really be excited. So I'll just be bored, you could call it. But basically I was stuck in this cycle that a lot of people can get sucked into in all different forms of life and reality. It could be business, it could be love, it could be stunts, it could be a lot of different things. But for me, I was kind of trapped in this thing, and this injury for me was kind of this wake-up call to be like, hey, wake up, you know, and it knocked me right on my butt, literally and figuratively. It knocked me right on my butt, and it, you know, has given me some time to really reflect and think about my life and how precious life really is. And you know, we are here, and it's such a blessing to be here because we don't really even know what this is. Like, where are we? How are we here? How is this happening? This is a miracle. Life is literally a miracle, and it's so amazing that we have the blessing and opportunity to be here, that this injury, knowing that I willingly went for a stunt that I've done hundreds and hundreds of times, and basically no one actually even knew I was going, because like for me, I always tell myself, and truthfully, like if I do something, I'm doing it because I choose to do it. And you know, a lot of people didn't even record it because they didn't know I was dropping into the jump, because I just went because I was going to do it either way if somebody was filming or not. And so no one got the landing, but yeah, it's basically just been like a really, really big wake-up call for me. And I'm just kind of been knocked on my butt. Like, so basically what happened is I overshot the whole jump and landed straight on my butt from like 20 feet up into the hard dirt. Boom. And all of a sudden my whole body just went numb. And I just couldn't feel anything, but I could see my legs kicking, but I was in so much pain. I was having an out-of-body experience watching my body just freak out. And I was like, wow, and this has happened to me before. The only other time that I did this, I broke my tailbone off my spine, and that was the only time I ever passed out from pain. That's a whole other story I'll get into at another time. But this was just like a massive wake-up call. And I'm gonna try to move here and show you this book called Habits of a Happy Brain. And I've read this book like 4 times now. Just because when I get really into a book, I read it over and over and over and over again. I'm just obsessed over it because I'm so interested on a topic, and I just want to immerse myself and really get to know the topic or the, you know, message that's being sent across. So I was reading and traveling with that book and learning all about the mammal cycle of being rewarded by nature to be able to, you know, evolve and help progress, you know, humans or any kind of life cycle. And then this injury happened, and this whole painful process happened while I was very engaged in understanding, you know, what was going on in my mind and why I seek the things that I do and why I have done such dangerous things to, like, you know, harm myself. And honestly, looking back, it's just been like this massive wake-up call. It's almost like a drug addict or somebody that is, you know, thrown everything away and not really appreciated the little things in life, and then wakes up one day and the drug rush is gone, meaning dopamine and meaning serotonin and oxytocin from all these kind of false things. And I'm not talking down on action sports or anything. It's been my entire life, but it's, you know, it feels like when you wake up, like, you know, let's say somebody wakes up off a massive drug binger or an alcohol binger, and they're like, they've destroyed all their friendships, they've destroyed all their, you know, really things that used to be important to them, and they've lost all of that to alcohol, let's say. Well, for me, I was basically feeling the same way for my particular, you know, place in life with this injury, because I was hopped up on endorphin, refusing pain pills, and just going with the natural chemical of endorphin, just taking the pain and just going through it and just like in so much pain. And then I woke up in the hospital at 3 a.m. I was trying, you know, I slept for part of the night, and then I woke up at 3 a.m. and all that endorphin, that natural chemical that is, you know, basically a pain mask. Endorphin is like, if a gazelle, you'll read in this book if you buy it, is like a gazelle that is running from a lion and then gets bit by the lion. Its mind immediately triggers endorphin to be released, which will then send that gazelle into a state of oblivion. And if it takes off, it can get away from the lion, then the gazelle will go away and get an escape in oblivion and not think about how much it hurts so it can focus on getting away, or if the lion actually keeps the gazelle and bites it and takes it down and kills it, then it'll die in a state of oblivion where basically the gazelle is just, it dies without even really knowing what the heck's going on. And so that's how I felt. And then when I fell asleep, all the endorphin wore off and I woke up 3 a.m. and I woke up and look around in the hospital and I'm like, oh, this is actually happening. This is actually real. This is actually going on. And I'm like, wow, my reality just changed so quick. It was like earlier I was listening to a Johnny Cash song called God's Gonna Cut You Down. And it's basically like, sooner or later God will cut you down. Like nature has laws, and you have to abide by those laws or you get slapped in the face a lot. And most of my life so far has been trying to get away with things that probably shouldn't be happening and shouldn't be done, as far as trying stunts and things that are on the line, on the edge. And I'm kind of just using this video as kind of like just to express myself and tell somebody out there like you, because we're the ones interacting right now, that it's really an eye-opening experience for me and a wake-up call. And I know like a ton of times I've done things for the attention or the significance or trying to get feelings of recognition for jumping off this or doing that, but at the end of the day, you have to do what you want to do for your own decisions. And it all comes down to just, life choices. But for me, it's been a crazy realm because I've been hurt so many times now and just beaten down, but I've never been conscious of the cycle of the happy chemicals that I release when I'm doing those things. You see, like when I jump off of a cliff or I jump off a big mountain on my snowboard, or dirt biking, I hit a big jump or something, the dopamine is being released when I am seeking that next stunt, and then I do the next stunt. But it wears off as soon as I complete that stunt, because that is the peak, the climax of that dopamine rush. And so then once that's over with, maybe sure, I'll feel some serotonin, like I feel like I'm, a leader. I'll feel very confident about something that I just accomplished, like, hitting a big jump. And then my friends within action sports and I can relate through oxytocin. And, oxytocin, they call the love chemical, is like your sense of bonding with another individual. A newborn baby feels oxytocin with its mother, or a love relationship will feel oxytocin. But like if you're hitting a big jump and it's you and your buddy and you guys are like, let's go, we're gonna hit this jump together, it's like you guys can relate over that experience, and it's a really special experience. And so I realized that this cycle, through all these chemicals in cortisol, feeling bad about a certain thing, this is all universal. It's just it's a feeling that is released in the human mind, but how we get those feelings is all different up to the individual, its personality type. And so for me right now, I'm just feeling beat down and on my kind of just like on my resting kind of like vacation kick or whatever you could call it. I'm just kind of really taking everything in and learning a lot from it. And for right now, I'm realizing that like, hey man, life is so unique and it's so special, and that we do have the choice to be able to change our dopamine or happy chemical cycle at any given time. And I know the lady that wrote this book says it takes 45 days to change and start a new habit and stick to it. And so that's why I do the push-ups every single day. I haven't been doing them because I can't. I've tried, but it doesn't work. It's a lot of pain. And I'll do a lot of other things. Like I'll shower every single day and just do these little things that'll add up to a great quality of life. Because you could chase down an amount of money, which I've certainly done. You can chase down an amount of money or an amount of significance or fame or fortune or whatever it is. But if you're downgrading your quality of life in chasing that thing, you will destroy yourself. I've tried it, and the reason that I have the confidence in telling you about it is because I've done it, I've lived it, I've suffered it, I've tried it all, and I've had some experiences that have really taught me life lessons that I know for the future. And if you want to add daily habits into your own life that will benefit you, first consciously think about it and think about if it'll help you. See, like, oh, a conscious habit of going to Starbucks and getting a muffin and getting a freaking coffee with tons of sugar in it is going to be a terrible life decision for the outcome of your better future. But if you decide like, hey, I'm gonna wake up every single morning, I'm gonna drink a cup of water, you know, I'm gonna get a big old bowl of avocados and eggs and whatever healthy greens, and eat that and take a shower and go on a run, and then get to work and work really passionately about a job I really love to do, and then I'm going to go home and hang out with my family or hang out with friends that are really important to me, and then I'm going to, you know, whatever. If you start making those habits one by one, you start adding them into your day and having a no excuses rule for not being able to cut them out of your life at any point. That's where I've found a lot of success in my own life, is being able to say, okay, once I commit to adding something into my life, it's there forever. Until the day I die, it's there. And so for now, like, I've committed, you know, shower every day as long as I'm around water. You know, push-ups every single day unless I'm injured like I am right now. But basically the whole outcome of this video and what I want you to learn from it is just be smart. Don't be afraid to say no, and make sure if you're doing stunts or something like action sports related, or, you know, something along those lines, just make sure that you're in it for the reasons for yourself and understanding the risk, because when you get beaten down, it does suck. It's no fun. And I just want to make sure that, you know, you see, you know, all these action sports people out there, and a lot of people won't tell you the truth because they want to look, you know, look tough or look smarter than you, or, you know, in my opinion, or they just won't talk about it because they don't think to talk about it. But for me, I want to share with you, it's like, man, my life has been stunts and sports and contests and competing and suffering. 99% of it's been suffering, injuries, you know, thoughts, mental suffering, all of the, you know, depression. And through my childhood and everything like that, I've been, you know, through all these different experiences that have really taught me to be a, you know, a better human being, I think. And I want to share that with you from the deepest depths of my own heart and soul. And for right now, I'm just, you know, laying here. Like, I'm just laying here. And it's been a pretty eye-opening experience, but I'm just so grateful, man. It could have been so much worse. Like, as soon as I hit the ground, my whole body was numb. My feet were tingling for the next 2 days. And man, you know, a lot of people out there, and some friends of mine are permanently injured and, you know, can no longer walk or move, or let alone aren't even alive. And it's just, you know, a real blessing to still be here and be able to talk to you and share this kind of stuff with you. And it's like a really emotional thing, but even just to talk to somebody that cares about me. And this is the other thing, it'll show you who your real true friends are, like Shannon and my mom. And, you know, those, they showed up in the hospital and got there, you know, and like, you know, there's some other people that are close, but like, it really shows you who's there to stick with you and who's not. But at the end of the day, it's just, you know, life learning lessons, and I want to make sure that I can express it with you. Somebody out there, you that are watching this right now, can learn from this whole experience and hopefully benefit your life, and then will hopefully benefit somebody else's. It's a big chain reaction, and hopefully I can help make that a positive intention out into the universe. I'm gonna let you guys go, but thank you so much for watching this, and thanks for watching my interesting life experience. I love you all so much, and I'm really appreciative that we can still be here and have this conversation. So I'll be making videos every single day, and really, really means a lot to me that you're watching this. And for the guys that have been watching, you know, all along, rock on. You guys are the best. But, you know, all this whole dilemma right here, not dilemma, but like you and I speaking, I just want to make it real life. You know, I'm not going to edit this all crazy, or, you know, be all like some people do, where they try to make you keep your attention or whatever. If you want to listen to this and watch this because you think it helps you, then that's all we need to do. So I love you all so much. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for watching this, and it's a real blessing to still be here. Love you all. Bye-bye. Mwah.